Hello everyone, welcome back. So, unfortunately, if you've seen the last episode, you know that I had quite a problem with my audio, where I was not, recorded at all. So, all you hear is Steel talking back to me in the background. Um, Unfortunately, uh, there's nothing I could do about that. And we also went and fought the the Watcher in the water over by the pump. So I didn't want to get rid of the footage just because I would lose that boss fight. So I just left it in. We're gonna pick up kind of where we left off from the last video. In between episodes, I have done a little bit of work on the base. So I've got all of our crafting areas. Um, and I've kind of got a little house set up. So down here you see the armory, the kitchen area, and that over there is the bedrooms. Um, Obviously our forge and furnaces, and then this over here is storage. So we've just kind of used this as kind of a regroup point since we've gotten through the deep, and I think every forge we get to, I think we're going to go ahead and set up one of these larger bases. So this is our stockpile. As you can see, we're doing pretty well for stone and wood scraps. And then we just have, excuse me, a little bit of everything else. So in the previous episode, we did unlock, let me see the name of it, I can't remember. The recipe to make the new iron, or the new ingots, the Shinor ingots. It takes copper, tin, and silver. And so I went ahead and made a couple of those. And I've made our new set of armor here, the Belagost armor. Still using the crested helm for now, as we haven't found the blueprint for the helmet yet. I'm thinking that it's going to be inside of the chest that we use the carvings to unlock. So once we find that, we'll be able to probably get the helmet schematic, I would think. Also, I went ahead and made this bad boy, the Belgost Halberd. It's basically a combination axe and spear. So it has a nice wide attack, just a regular attack. The half charge is a thrust, and then the full charge is a large spin attack. So that'll be good for clearing out groups of enemies. I'm also thinking the thrust is going to be good for getting those harder to kill orcs. Probably does a lot of damage against them. And we also went ahead and built this guy, the Shinora Hammer. And that's going to be very important because of what is up here. So, me and Steel went ahead and just kind of scouted ahead to see what we could find up here. And I'm going to grab those bat droppings. So what we found was pretty interesting, and confirmed my suspicions. So once we get through this area, the Tomb of the Kings, as you can see, I have a little garden set up. So we're doing cranberries, Khazad-dûl oats, a lot of those, and also thyme, which I'm not really sure what we use that for yet, but I figured I'd just go ahead and keep some of that growing just because we had the fewest amount of that. So we come through this area here, and we come across the statue. Unfortunately, I can't do the song again, but this is, I believe, during the Deathless. So we sang a song to him, and it opened this door, which, it's just a glitch. I've been having a few glitches where sometimes the doors don't look like they're open, but they really are. It could be because we're on a multiplayer server, I'm thinking. but we've come into the Tomb of the Kings, and up here is the actual Tomb of Durin. It says I can look at it, but unfortunately there's nothing I can do with it at the moment. So, we're just going to kind of keep an eye on that. Maybe we'll find something that allows us to interact with it. But we did find this and open it. And it gave us a blueprint for a new shield. I believe that's ornamental shield, tier 3. The strong metal shield bears the patterns of a long dead line of dwarf craftsmen. So we got that unlocked, and there's also this that we'll need to keep an eye out for. It wants us in this nook. So it's missing a stone, the Khazad stone. So I'm sure that's some kind of gemstone that we'll find and be able to place in there. And I'm sure that will give us something or unlock something for us. So you come through here, and we encountered our raven friend again, and he told us that we need to rebuild the stairs. So if you come over here, he told us to go find the library, but we'd already done that, and that's what gave us the blueprint for this hammer, and that's what we're gonna need to rebuild the stairs. And it seems pretty simple. It only takes 100 Iraz granite and 20 black diamonds. Now, I don't think we have enough black diamonds yet. So, we definitely want to go back and fight the orc boss up in Orktown. And I'm sure we'll get black diamonds from that. With the better equipment, it should be fairly simple. I think we'll be able to take them out pretty easily. Last time we were just kind of overwhelmed by how many orcs spawned, but I think we've gotten a bit better at the game and definitely have better equipment, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. With the armor, definitely looks like we're getting some actual serious heavy armor now. Big plates over the arms. So we'll definitely look at going back and fighting those orcs in Orktown. Also, I think what I wanted to do right now while steel isn't on, is I want to go back and explore the deep dark a little bit more. It says precious resources in there, so I'm assuming, I'm gonna go ahead and, oh, that was not smart, they're still growing. I'm assuming that it's gonna be gemstones and such, but I'm thinking that we might be able to get the black diamonds from there as well. So if we can, that would be great, as we need it for advancing further into Khazad-dûm. I should bring something else back to grow, probably the grab apples. I think I'll bring those over. I believe we have a ton of mushrooms and cabbage, so I'm not really worried about that. I did get the still down, so we can go ahead and I think I already have a brew of the poison resistance potion, which we also have the Orktown that is over in this area. So we'll definitely want to make sure that we have the poison resistance going for that area, as there are a lot of orcs that tend to have poison weapons down here. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. So over here we can see it's ready. So yep, it is ready. I'm gonna go ahead and fill my blue skin, so that way we're ready. This is the upgraded Hearthstone, and man, it covers so much more area than the last one. It only took me 2 to cover this entire area. Now, I did build a small one down here, just because there was a tiny little area that wasn't covered, but I also thought it kind of looked nice. This is going to be like our living quarters area of the base. So, let's go ahead and we have all of the stuff we need. Let's go ahead and repair our equipment real quick. And then I think I want to go ahead and try and head into the deep dark. I did make some of these, the Resolve Embark. It says it's to hold off the effects of shadow, reduces shadow curse build-up rate, and increases shadow curse recovery rate. So, I was thinking that it, I should also grab some wood scraps. Sorry. I was thinking it would be like the poison resistance, where it gave me a timer and basically said, oh, you're resistant to the curse for this amount of time. But it doesn't seem like it works that way. It seems like I have to take it after I get into the curse, and it cures a little bit of it and then slows the rate at which I get it. I might try and take one, well, in the poison areas I'll try and take one right before I enter, but I always do that. I click on the replay conversation inside the door. I built that in kind of an unfortunate area, but I think I'm gonna try and take one as soon as I notice that I'm getting that darkness buildup. Excuse me. I'm still fighting this cold thing. So I'm gonna take it as soon as I notice that I'm getting the poison buildup, and hopefully it will let me stay down there a little bit longer. I do have 10 of the honey. Was it Bjorn's honey cakes? So that should give me a little bit of help. I have to remember where I got the ingredients from. I think it was in the Elven Quarter to make the lembas bread. Because if I can make that, that's actually a lot better healing than the honey cakes. Because I think it says it gives you full stamina and health recovery. So that'll definitely be what I should be making instead of these honey cakes. So we're just gonna go ahead and run back. Oh, I should not stand here. That troll is still stuck in the ground over there. Also, there's a moth following me. So we're gonna... Oh, that's unfortunate. I missed him. Okay, well, that took him out pretty good. What was I saying? I should definitely find those ingredients and see if I can't grow them. But I think we're gonna head back to this one over here at the beginning of the area, just for the fact that I already have the wooden platforms built down there, so it'll be pretty easy to just jump back down in. And I might claim the bed there, so if I do end up dying, I can just respawn, jump back down real quick and grab all my gear. Because I'm not sure. I remember last time I was down there, I found a cave that juts off the side, and it had a ton of spider webs. So I'm almost wondering if there's not going to be like a spider boss or something that's an optional boss that's down there. But I really don't know. I only platformed down into it a little bit, But once I noticed I was getting that despair darkness damage, I just came back up as I didn't have anything to fight that with. So hopefully with those Bach and the Bjorn's honey cakes, hopefully I'll be able to stay down there a little bit longer, but we'll just have to kind of see how it goes. Also gonna keep my eyes open for where that chest is. I felt like we explored this area pretty well, but I was just unable to find it so far. So, like I said, we'll just keep our eyes open. I have a feeling it could be back in this area. Was it here? No, here. That's where that, like, there was a castle type structure, and I didn't really see much in it other than there was a statue that I rebuilt, and there were a good many of the true quartz crystals down there. But other than that, I really didn't see anything, and it felt odd that there would be this big structure, but there wouldn't be anything down there, like resource-wise or special like item or something. So we're just about there. I'm gonna go claim the bed over here real quick. I left this base pretty much intact. The only thing I took down really was the still, just because since we need the bronze or the tin and copper to make the new ingots, I didn't want to have to waste them in making bronze ingots to build the still. So I just left that, just destroyed them, and didn't worry about it too much. While I'm here, let me check something real quick. See if I have... No, I don't have any sapphires over here, which is unfortunate. I'd like to upgrade my my halberd now that I have it. It just seems to me like the Orcsbane one is the best I've come across so far. The shockwave that Steel put on his sword is nice, but I don't believe that it triggers every time. So I'd just rather have the flat damage to orcs increase that the Orcsbane gives you. Plus, I kind of like that it glows when enemies are around. I mean, I don't always run around with it out, but it still has a nice feel to it. But there are a lot of slots that are empty so far, so I'm assuming there's a lot more that I can find that will probably be stronger buffs in the future, so we'll just have to keep our eyes out. I didn't know if the hero spirit would help protect me against the corruption any down here, but I figured it couldn't hurt, so it was up here somewhere. Here we go. As you can see, I've already kind of built some platforms, so we're just gonna jump up. We're just gonna jump down, and I'm not very good at this platforming. I think we're just gonna try and go all the way to the bottom if we can. If there is a bottom. I don't think I made it all the way down, because I went down to here, and then I kind of stopped. Oh, I also found... Did I? I guess I mined that out. So yeah. Let's go ahead and put some more platforms down. So it looks like that might be the bottom there, as far as I can tell. And we are in darkness. So wood scrap. Oh, that's from one of the things I destroyed. Precious gems. Let's see what's in here. So I see this thing on the bottom left ticking down. I think that's from being in the darkness.
If a spider skidded cross my camp, a terrible day have she. If a spider skidded cross my camp, a terrible day had she. I'm a feisty fool with an empty fork, and if she would not flee, she would wind up caught in an 8-leg knot. Spider for dinner for me.
I love that song!
Okay, I'm not gonna bother getting all the granite, just because I feel like we're on a very limited time, so I'm just gonna try and focus on getting the precious stone. So it seems it's still flashing like it's going down, but I haven't seen it going down any. The little meter on the bottom there. I might as well pick up those wood scraps. Let's see what's down here, if anything. I'm tempted to go ahead and take one of those things just because it seems like... Oh, here's one of the fallen dwarves. Let's go ahead and get his hero token. I think these are precious gems. Oh, a ruby. Okay.
Beasts of the depths!
What is that?
I need a better weapon for this.
Okay, a nameless beast. I think we don't want to fight that. Anytime he says he needs a stronger weapon, that kind of freaks me out a little bit, and now we are taking damage. So let's just go ahead and... We got a bunch of precious gems, but let's try and climb back up out of here. I'm gonna take another one of those things. Yep, and we can make that, okay. Oh, we can't make that jump though. That's unfortunate. It's not doing a whole lot of damage. I think I have 100 health. Each tick takes me down 1. So I should have 100 seconds. Plus I have the food. I'm gonna rebuild a platform here. Just to make that jump a little bit easier. And I think, yep, I can make that one as well. I'm gonna go ahead and eat, because my health has gone down a little bit. Okay. Well, now we know that there's something down here. A nameless monster. Okay. We're still in darkness, unfortunately. And it's not gone away yet. We must... We're getting close. Okay. We're out of it now. And that meter on the bottom left is filled up again. So this must be a light and dark meter. Once that gets into the portion on the left half, it starts ticking down. And then it seems like that's when we started receiving damage. So what actually did we get? 5 sapphire, a hero's token, a ruby, 2 topaz. So not actually that like thrilled, but we did find this. Nameless beasts. There are older, fouler things than orcs in Khazad-dûm, and the nameless beasts are just one of them. Whether they were maddened cave bears once, or shards of shadow from the start, this primordial horror shall be unnamed. Let it wither into anonymity. So, Okay, well, that's definitely something. I want to go back down again, I think, and try and check out that tunnel. I'm assuming there's going to be more of those beasts down there, so we'll have to be careful. But it didn't seem like they were very fast. So I'm just going to kind of hope that they're not that fast at all. But I was thinking of spiders because of all these spider webs, but I did not, oh, another hero token. I'm gonna mine these up and see what I get. We actually have a good bit of time until we start. Did I really only get a stone off of that one? Okay. So I have noticed sometimes they glitch into the wall. Stone and topaz? Did that say deep mushrooms? Okay, that's a new thing. Deep hash. Sometimes it takes quite a bit to get these gems. There we go. 2 rubies. Let's see if this kind of looks like, nope. I thought there might be a tunnel or something behind it. I'm gonna get lost. Let's see. We came this way, right? Okay. Can I build a torch? Yes. So let's put one there, and we'll kind of make a path so I remember which way it is to get out of here. That's actually something Steel showed me. I was thinking you'd have to have a hearth put down to be able to get those, to place those, but nope, it looks like you can just place them anywhere, so that's definitely good to know. I might grab this one and then climb back up real quick just to refill my bar, just to save the save me from using more of those the things or the healing food. So let's just try and climb back up here real quick. Because we actually do have a good bit of time, it seems like, before we start taking damage. As long as I don't mess up the platforming here. Alright, that should just about do it. I told you, I messed it up. I think I ran off the edge and forgot to jump. Okay, there we go. We're back up and filling up our bar, and we'll hop back down. Down. Okay. I was really worried coming down here the first time, because I thought that it might just be like an empty pit. So you might go down in it, and then that's just where you're at. Like, you fall in and get stuck. But, oh. Great spiders. Okay, they do poison damage. And unfortunately, I just got poisoned. Not the best on my part, but hey, it's okay. I'm just getting used to this weapon. Okay, so it does seem to have a pretty good reach. Egg sacs. Nope, I'm gonna grab some of these deep mushrooms. get a ruby that time already. Chipping away at these gems here. So it does seem like there's quite a bit of gems to be found. So far, no black diamonds. Just, I guess more common ones, maybe? I'm curious if each of these, because I think we found 3 different depths, if each one has kind of different resources in it. Probably do this one and then head back up again. So I took one of those things, but it didn't seem like it really did all that much.
If a wolf should pad along my path, a terrible day'd have he. If a wolf should pad...
Iga trapa.
Yeah, didn't have that much to mine out. I do like the songs though, that's pretty nice. I might start taking damage on this one. I waited a little bit too long. And then I messed up the jump to start with. You would think that as soon as you hit the light there, like right here, that you would kind of be out of that area, but I guess not. That's okay. Doesn't actually seem as bad as I thought it might be. So let's go down maybe one more time and see. Maybe we'll just run in a little bit deeper and see what all, if there's anything else we can find down in there. I'm glad I brought the wood scraps then, because then I can build a couple of these guys. Because there's no map, and I know I would definitely get in here and get turned around, not be able to find my way out. And I'm gonna grab those deep mushrooms. Ooh, what is that? That looks different. Maybe it's not. It looks different to me. That big blue thing in there?
If a wolf should pad along my path, a terrible day'd have he. If a wolf should pad along my path, a terrible day'd have he. I'm a feisty fool with an empty fork, and if he would not flee, I would hang that tail with a copper nail. A wolf for dinner for me.
Ha! A song for a mining heart.
So I think all these small ones, they respawn, whereas these don't. So, even after I clear out these veins, should be able to pretty easily come back down and grab them if the small nodes if I need them. It seems like this goes back a pretty good ways. I don't know if there's like a quick menu for building those. Z? No, wait. Yeah, I don't know if there's a way to quick build those. Oh, another fallen dwarf, okay. Nice. Grab that hero's token up. I think we'll go ahead and head back. So, I don't know. I was kind of maybe expecting more. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe I just didn't go deep enough, or there's always that other path as well, but at the bottom where that creature was, I'd be interested in fighting it as well. Have a feeling it will definitely kill me. Considering he said he... Oh, dang it. He said he needed a better weapon. So... It didn't seem like I was doing a whole lot of damage to it either. So he's definitely going to be a tough guy. But I'd be interested in knowing what resources he gives me when I kill him, too. Who knows, he might even drop like black diamonds or... Man, I am not doing very good right now. I was almost at the top, and then I completely messed up. But that's okay. I have... Okay. That was not good. That was not good. That was not good. Okay. Okay, what are we doing? Take your time here. Ah, horrible. I'm gonna put another one here. Yeah, I'm not gonna go back down and fight him after that. I think I just made it worse by smashing the spacebar to try and grab onto something, and just fell down even further. So, probably should have just cut my losses where I was at and started over, but I was trying to get back up quickly. He's usually pretty good about grabbing onto the edge, but sometimes I must just hit it at just the wrong angle and not quite get where I'm going. Okay, there we go. We're back out. As long as I don't fall in again. And I am going to go ahead and just get my health back up a little bit. Okay. That is a long way down, though. I think I need to go this way. I'm kind of glad to be back up here. Alright. So, one other thing. I have this marked over here. This is actually the, Rangers camp in this area. So, I might go ahead and just kind of gather up some of the resources here. The, copper, tin, and silver, if I see it laying around. And, take that back to our base. And then, once I get back, I'll drop off all these resources. And I will also go and, I think I have a bunch of the Rangers journals stashed up somewhere. So I'd like to grab those and run out to the Rangers camp and see when I complete his journal what that gives me, because I have a feeling that if it's like everything else, it's going to give me blueprints or some kind of crafting thing that I can make. So I'd definitely be curious to see what that gives. Also, I know there's one in the mine area. I think I saw it in the lower level in the very back. So that's something else we could do, running back up there and complete that one as well, if it gives us something really interesting. If it doesn't, then I'm not really too concerned about doing it right away if it doesn't give me something, you know, really interesting. Okay, I don't think we really need the coal. Grab that, that's another precious gem, I think. And it seems like the ones up here mostly drop azurite whenever you break them open. more spiders over there. Which way are they going? I'm not really too worried about killing them. Just for the fact that I think they mostly just drop the natural fibers, and I think we're doing okay on that so far. I wanted to kind of mine this out real quick, because I can't remember what gemstone. Jade. Okay. Is it always jade? It might be. I feel like each ore only gives you a certain type of gemstone. And I can't remember which one gives you the sapphire. 'Cause that's what we were looking for to get to upgrade my weapon. So it looks like this is just giving me jade, unfortunately. But I did notice we unlocked a bunch of lanterns and different lights and statues and stuff you can build. And each one of those takes a different gemstone. So if we go down in these deep darks, and like, for example, what did we get a lot of today? Rubies. So we could use those to build, you know, whatever lights or decorations, if that's something you're interested in doing. Though rubies is probably a bad example, because I think rubies are what, oh, actually, no, that was the last tier. That's what the first age greatsword that I was using took. So, but I believe this one took amethyst to make. So, maybe we could use the rubies. Also, we have that, gem grinding station that we can use, and it just, like, makes dye to, paint your armor different colors. Well, that piece did not want to break. Now, I know I left some up there, but I don't think we really need a whole lot of iron ore at the moment. I just mostly wanted to see what gemstone that was going to give me. I will always grab the backdroppings though, and the copper and the tin for sure. And I believe all of the lanterns, they did take the true quartz crystals, as well as whatever precious stone. So, so we may want to start mining some of those up if we're going to start building a lot of the different lanterns and such. And we did unlock a lot of banners too, and they just take mostly the Numenorian cloth, which is just cloth scraps put together at the loom. So super easy to make. So I'll definitely be looking at decorating with some of those. There's some that kind of hang on the wall, and I thought that would be kind of cool to take and put at like the doors of our bases. And there's a bunch of different patterns that you can pick from. So real quick, I'm just gonna check and see if we have any of the Rangers journals and if there's any other supplies that I want to take back with us. I will grab those to replace some of the ones we used earlier. So that one's for the poison. Here's our ranger journals. So I'm gonna grab those. I can't remember how many it took. I should grab those and take those with me. I should take those with me as well. I'm gonna drop off one stack of this iron ore so I can take those, maybe 2 stacks. I'll drop off 2 stacks of the iron ore so that I can take those carvings with me, and that way we'll have them if we come across that chest. Which I'm almost kind of wondering if that chest couldn't be sitting in one of those areas where it's got the shadow around it, the darkness, which would be a little unfortunate. Just because, mostly because it's hard to see. I would hate to have to run into every shadowed area. Oh, here's some goblins. But I did build a map stone inside of our base, so that's why I'm coming this way. I just plan on using the map stone to teleport back. It seems like it doesn't make time progress, but it does cost stamina. But that's okay, because we'll just go ahead and sleep when we get back to kind of build our stamina back up and refill our health. So no big deal. Bats. It seems like there's always a good many bats waiting for me here. They do so little damage now to me, I'm just not too worried about them. I probably could just get to the teleporter, the quick travel, and teleport out, but it's okay. So we're going to go ahead and pick the map stone lower deeps, confirm, and that should put us right back in our base. And here we are. And as you can see, we're now tired, so it took a good chunk of our stamina out, actually. So let's come over here. We have a chest where we've been dumping all of our gemstones into. We'll see if we can get them all to fit in there. It looks like we will be needing 4 more black diamonds. Unless I have accidentally put some somewhere else. But I think that should be pretty accurate as to how many we need. What else do I want to put here? Sapphires. Oh, wait, wasn't sapphire what I just got done saying we needed to upgrade my weapon? Looks like we're gonna have to build another chest. Yep, there it is. So let's go ahead and get that Orcbane put on there. It looks like we missed one, assuming they go in order. And then also there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. So I'm assuming there's gonna be some pretty strong ones later on. Let's see. I don't have the wood or anything thing. I might just build one of these basic chests real quick, just to put the rest of our gemstones in. Just to dump those and get them out of the way. I have stockpiles for all that stuff. Well, just the topaz then. I have to say, I really enjoy the fact that you can put your items in chests, and no matter what crafting station you're using in the area, it allows you to pull them from that chest. I think that's excuse me. I think that's a really good, great idea. It just makes it so much easier than having to try and think, well, do I, what do I need for this, you know, do I have, I don't want to use salt, let's make this one, do I have room in my inventory to hold all the stuff, and then, it just makes it so much simpler, and it's nice because, it's not just like the area inside that hearth, because I do have 2 here, and it will allow me to get something from, say, this side and use it in a resource pile over there. So that's really nice too. I guess it's just because they are overlapping. What else do I got? Granite and stone. Our stone pile's full. And our granite's getting there. And we only need 100 of that to be able to finish that staircase and get into the next section. Oh, I forgot to drop off the little bit of that stone. Put those in there as well. Let's go ahead and repair our equipment. And there is a masterwork pickaxe that we can build, but I just like having the torch so much that I don't know if I'm ready to give up on the torch just yet. Let's see. Should we make... See, I need that Elbreth's Blessing. I think I had some of that from the Elven Quarter, but I can't quite remember. We should be able to make more of these, so let's go ahead and do that. Just get 8 of those queued up. Let's go ahead and eat. And just for the fun of it, let's, since we have a little bit of time before night falls, let's go ahead and build the, let's make sure we can build it first of all. The ink grinder. And we'll just put it right here. And then we'll see if we want to dye our armor any of these colors. Oh, red barrel, huh? Don't have any of that. The onyx is, like, I like the darker colors almost, but it's just so similar to the steel color of it already. I don't know if I'm a fan. Kind of like the white, to be honest. But I don't have any quartz down here. I wouldn't want red just for the fact that my beard's red, the cape's red, my hair's red, the plume's red. It's just too much red already. I like that you can kind of see, like, leave it to see what, like, the whole set would look like if you did it that color. That's kind of nice. What is the blue look like? Oh, maybe I was was wrong. It's just because I picked white as my first color. Maybe I will go with the onyx. We have a lot of it, and I kind of do like the color. So let's just go onyx with it. Okay, that's kind of nice, simple, clean look.
Quiet. I see prey ahead.
Okay, let's just... I was gonna feel real stupid if he turned and I missed him at the last second. Fit in here. Yep. So let's go ahead and rest. And then in the morning we'll head out and we'll check that ranger camp. Ah, good thing, because we had to claim the bed as well. Let's see. I should go grab some wood scrap too. Just because we might have to build some platforms to get over any corruption. Go ahead and put some food on. Now we can make deep hash. Deep mushrooms and eggs. Sure, why not? Let's try it. We'll run over here and go ahead and grab some wood scraps while we're waiting on our food to finish cooking. And we'll grab 18 should be more than enough. And we should have enough of these that if we find the chest down here, we can open it. It's very possible that it's right out in the open and I just ran past it. Would not surprise me one bit, but nevertheless, we will keep an eye open for it. Yeah, 40 seconds left on that. Let's go ahead and claim those. We can probably grow more of those deep mushrooms. Okay. Should be done any second now. Yep. Now I did start using granite because it looks really nice, but at 9 granite per block, per wall, it goes pretty fast. So I decided to just go ahead and switch back to the stone. But I made sure to use granite for all of these walls that are on the outside. Just that way they have more hit points, more durability if we do get attacked by an orc siege. Which I did get attacked while I was just kind of setting the base up a little bit. And they beat on that, and the door did go down, but the rest of the wall stayed. But I think that was partially my fault, because I was using the two-handed sword, and I was kind of hitting the doorway a bit as I was trying to kill the orcs that were standing near it. And I'm gonna try and not pick up too many resources as I'm running around until I get there, just to see what we get from this ranger camp. So I think we have to go it might be best to go here and then through this way. We really could have fast traveled, but I don't want to lose too much stamina in case there's a bunch of orcs that we have to fight if they spawned in back there or anything. But when I went back there, I did clear out a camp, so hopefully they won't spawn in. And I could have sworn I rebuilt that statue. I'm curious if the falling rocks, if they can like break the statue again, because I believe everything does have hit points, so that'd be interesting to know as well. And when me and Steel were exploring past our base a little bit, we did come across 2 orcs that were, I guess, the next tier. They were very strong, and they also did, shadow damage. So when they hit you, instead of like poisoning you, they did shadow, like the purple shadow there, the same type of damage. So we were not ready for that, and they almost took us out, even though it was just the 2 of them. So that was unfortunate. Oh, here comes our little friend here, moth guy. Let's see if we can back up. I have to say, the halberds are pretty fast. I have to work on getting the thrust down, getting the range on that. It feels a little bit awkward, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. Always a lot of goats in this area. And a lot of those little ore nodes. And I'm gonna grab all the backgrounds. Now this one here, I just kind of ran through this one. There is darkness here. I might try and see if I can't find some health and build a platform over it. I don't think you have to be very high up to, oh, that one gave me citrine. Okay. So maybe you do get different ones each time. Okay. Let's see. If we put it here. Okay, that worked. Let's put a piece of stone. Let's see. Those are poison mushrooms. I did rebuild that. I ran out into it and rebuilt it just because I thought, well, maybe it'll get rid of the shadow. It did not. So that was a little unfortunate, but is that silver? Now, if I can get back over there, I'll show you guys. If I can remember where it was. But there was a area where Steel and I were, well, we were running from a troll. And, that troll just so happened to run out into a spot of sunlight, and he turned to stone. So we got very lucky. We were both very shocked when it happened. I had no idea that that was even a thing that could happen in this game. I do know that, you know, obviously in The Hobbit, the company run into the 3 trolls and Gandalf splits the stone and lets in the sunlight, turns them all to stone. But I was not prepared for that to actually happen in the game, so that was a fun little surprise. I had kind of wondered if it were possible to go back and mine him since he had turned to stone, if it would give us a different resource or not, but I have not since been back to try that. I was partially worried that maybe I'd start to mine him and it would wake him back up. Oh, well, another ranger journal piece. Let's go and grab that since that's where we're headed. I don't think I checked this area super well. So I'll just kind of double check the area while we're over here. Wasn't too bad to get back here. And I think the ranger camp was right up here. Oh, nope, it was right there. Okay. And there's the journal. So let's go ahead and rebuild it. Is that what it does? Okay. So we got orcish medicine. Okay. Interesting. Anything in the chest? Some seeds. I will grab the poison mushrooms. I might as well grab both the seeds. And let's see if we can see what that gets us. Orcish medicine. A burning liquid that goes down with a fire with a hot, fierce glow. Temporary raises stamina and power, but leaves the drinker hurt and tired. Oh, well, that doesn't sound very good. Biteweed, bones, chitin, and cave honey. Interesting. And I know okay, so here's what we just found. The lower deeps are dark and cold. Untold creatures lurk here. These caverns are unfriendly. In dire need, I have treated a wound with some stolen orcish medicine. That is a story I would sooner forget. Throngill. Okay. Anything over here? Doesn't look like it. Yeah. I started to explore this a little bit, I think. There may or may not be anything back here. What's that? Silver. Silver is definitely worth having. Ooh, there's a chest right there. Let's open that up. Gold. I'm not worried about the arrows. I'm definitely almost standing in that darkness section of there, but I didn't get hit by it. Let's see. We can build out over to there. Gold ingots. Poison. Oh, I might as well take that one. No, potatoes. We have a bunch of those already. I might mine through here just because I'm assuming this is a tunnel like the other ones that I've encountered were. And who knows, there might be something, a resource we need in here. Oh, salt. That's always good to have. That's what we need for making our leather and also for drying meats. I didn't think it was really worth starting a song there. Another chest. I think I already opened this one. Yeah. Okay. Well, that looks like all there is here. I might mark the resin on the map here, just because we might need that in the future. See if we can find anything else in this area. I think I did go up there, but I don't think I found anything. But we can run up there real quick. More resin. Silver. I used to have a hard time telling the silver ore and the salt apart, but I think I'm kind of getting the hang of that a little bit better. How did I get up there? Oh, there was a chest there. Another ranger's journal. Oh, a Billboard scroll. Okay, I'll take it. A regular diamond. We'll hold off the effects of shadow. I'll take that to replenish what we used earlier.
Quiet. I see prey ahead.
I know I definitely got there somehow. Oh, I think it's the way I went originally over here. Yep, climb this series of ladders. And it should take us to the top. Now, I did find a room that was almost all mineable stone. And I mined through it, and it like took me into a room with like a stone pillar in the middle. I don't know if there's anything like extra there, or if it's just a good place to get stone and granite from. Because I do seem to go through a good bit of that whenever I'm building. Especially the larger bases, does take a good bit of stone. Looks like just a bunch of different mineable areas. I think this is tin, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab this. Yeah, it looks like that's all there is up here. Okay, let's head back down. Whoa. I jumped off of the ladder and launched my character. But I think we're gonna go ahead and call it here, guys. Hope you enjoyed the episode and enjoying the series in general so far. Having a really good time with it. I know we didn't accomplish a whole lot today, but just been trying to focus on getting the space built up, getting all of our equipment upgraded, and ready to go into the next area. I think next time we'll go back and we'll fight the boss, at least in the orc town up in the mines. Clear that out, and hopefully we'll get some more black diamonds and be able to build the staircase up into the east side of Moria. So definitely some exciting things to come. Glad to have our new set of armor and our weapon here. Got that upgraded with the Orc's Bane. And I think since I did get a crafting recipe, I will go back to the mine in between episodes, and I think I'll find the Rangers camp up there and unlock it. And if there's anything interesting, I'll show you guys at the start of the next episode. And I do want to go ahead and just read through maybe a couple of these. Where was it? Maybe the I think there was one that was locations. Yeah, locations in Moria. We'll just read through maybe a couple of these. So the Doors of Durin, also known as the Homeland Gate or the Elven Door, the Doors of Durin are the primary western entrance to Khazad-dûm. During the journey of the Fellowship of the Ring, it was just outside those doors that the Hobbit Merry helped Gandalf solve the puzzle of how to open them before they were attacked by the Watcher in the Water. Carved into the side of the mountain Zirkazgil, the Doors of Durin remain a symbol of friendship that once existed between Ergion's elves of the Second Age and the Dwarven kingdom of Khazad-dûm. They were made by the great Dwarven craftsman Narvi, and the signs were drawn by Celebrimbor, elf lord of Ergion. Then we have Durin's Highway. Within Khazad-dûm's 40-mile wide kingdom runs Durin's Highway, also known as the Great Road of Zirkazgil. This grand road connected the Doors of Durin and the town of Westgate on the inner western slope of the Dremel Gate, and the magnificent city of Dwarodelf on the eastern slopes. Once a major thoroughfare under the mountains, this is the path the Fellowship of the Ring took with Lord Gimli. Then the Elven Quarters, where we built our first major base. As trade with the elves of Ergion expanded, the dwarves of Khazad-dûm provided a cavern near the West Gate for elven folk to use as their Madrungunud. They began to call it the Elven Quarter, or the Elfgund, meaning Elf Cavern. The Noldor elves who frequented Khazad-dûm had an affinity for craft and rocksmithing, transforming the cavern into something brighter, greener, more elven than before. Despite being barricaded for thousands of years, the mountain remembers the kinship of the elves who once lived here. The Great Forge of Narvi. The Great Forge of Narvi is hot enough to smelt steel ingots. It can be used to create a steel pickaxe as well as weapons and armor made with copper in a special dwarf-elf hybrid style. Okay, we have a lot of these backlogged to go through, so I'm not gonna worry about reading any more right now. Oh, looks like we are under attack. So let's see if we can make quick work of these guys.
La calma you.
Oh, I did get poisoned, even though I blocked that one. Oh well. We do have... Yeah, so let's go ahead and just use that. There we go. Alright guys, so like I said, hope you're enjoying the series. If you have any tips or suggestions or anything like that, feel free to leave a comment. And I'll see you in the next one.